Alright, hey Josh. So we're gonna start off with making the sinkhole. So what we're gonna do is just make a sphere. You can leave it at the regular. Well, actually no, just make it a 32. So just click and drag with your middle mouse. Drag it, and you'll reach 32. And then we'll click, hold Shift, and click the one next to it twice to make a loophole. Delete everything. Right, then we're gonna reverse the normals, so that way the inside is textured and the outside is the black side. We're gonna grab the edge, we're just gonna extrude outward. Alright, then what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab the inside edge and we're just gonna bevel this. And even though the bevel's not that great in Maya, they've actually improved it a lot. So then we're just gonna do a couple segments here. And don't move the offset, move the fraction. That was my mistake. Leave the fraction at whatever it is on yours. Mine's 0.2. Fraction we're gonna put at a 1. And that looks pretty good to me. Alright, just select object, hold shift, right click, and then we'll go through to soften the edges. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. I was going to delete the holes, but we'll save that for another day. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to extrude again. And move the offset, move the offset. Now, I don't know if Mike taught you this, but what we're going to do is we're going to grab all the vertices and we're going to merge them until we get 4 edges. Right now I'm just going to line myself up so I can get a perfect 4 edges. Right, we're going to go to mesh, or edit mesh, and then merge to center. We're going to do this a lot. So merge to center up here. And it doesn't have to be exactly equal. We'll fix it in a bit. So whatever you can get that lines up. Merge to center. And then with all the single ones that we're going to get right now, what we're going to do is we're going to merge the vertices individually. So just hold shift, right click, and then I believe it's the top one. I'll show you right now. Let me just kind of plan out where they're going to go. So yeah, hold shift, merge vertices, and we're just going to merge them till we get 4 sides. This top one will go to the right side. Yeah, the right side. Right, now we have a square. Right now it's not exactly perfect. We do have all 4 sides, as you can see, but the square is lopsided. So let's just expand it so that we can see it better, and we're gonna fix it. Alright, so let's turn our grid back on. Oh, well, let's planar map it. If you know what planar mapping is, it's pretty much you can shoot where the UVs are going to be at based on where the normals are facing. So in this case, they're facing in the y-axis, which shoots straight up and down. As you can see, I UV'd it already, so what we're going to do, we're just going to grab a marble texture. Texture. Should have put tileable. Okay, so tileable. There we go. And we'll grab this one. View image. It's pretty nice. I thought it was going to be tiny. Save it. Alright, now let's go back. We're going to apply it real quick just to see how it looks. Make a blend. Open the file. Open and what was it called? Okay. Nope. There we go. Right. We're just gonna tile it so whichever number you want. That might have been excessive, but whatever. It looks fine. Now, what we're gonna do is, oh yeah, gotta straighten out the edges. And right now, as you can see, it's not lined up with the grid. Let's shorten this down. Let's resize it. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna hold D and V, and I'm gonna lock the anchor to the edge of it. Now I'm just gonna turn on the lock to grid. I'm gonna line it up with the grid, and you can tell perfectly right there that it's not lining up at all. So let's go to top view, turn on the grid, and with grid snap still on, we're just gonna move them one by one. There we go, there we go, and there we go. Alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna freeze the transformation. So just select it, and it's in modify, freeze transformations. And then we're gonna center the pivot, which is pretty much the same thing. You're gonna go to modify, center pivot. You should probably save this to your shelf. Alright, turn off the grid magnet grid snaps. Alright, and there you go. You got your sync pole. You can shrink it down to whatever size you need it to, and remap it. Whatever. It's not going to take too long. As you saw, I just went to edit UVs, open the planar mapping settings, set it to Y, and make sure when you set it, you contain the UV to size. Alright, now we're gonna make the sync. As you can see, it's pretty low poly, but when rendered out, it actually looks pretty nice. You can see, catches the light everywhere. And you can always change it, whatever you need to change to make it look even better. Right now, it's kind of just do it together, but as you can see, it's pretty low poly. Alright, so let's get started. What I did is I just made a rectangle. Alright, and you're going to hold Control. Actually, first go to Edge, grab an edge, hold Control, right click, edge ring to split. And we're going to do that a couple times. Alright, that looks good to me. We're just going to grab these two and extrude them. Rotate, make it smaller, rotate again, and then extrude one more time, and just like that. Alright, now we're just gonna delete that, and then these bottom faces, delete them. Then pretty much grab all the edges except the one in the middle. What we're going to do is we're just going to go to Edit Mesh, Bevel. Oops. Click on it. Give it about 3 segments. The fraction go to... No, the fraction you can leave like that. Alright. Let's take out the wireframe and soft edge. With that you hold shift, right click, and then soft edge. And yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Looks high poly, but it's actually low poly. And then like I said, we're gonna get rid of this line later on. But for now, let's just we'll make a cylinder. Let's get rid of the bottom of it. Delete that. And we're actually going to make 2 of these. So this one's going to go here. Make it a little bit bigger. Set it to wherever I want it. Alright, and then duplicate it. Make it a bit smaller, but long. That's good. Alright, then what we're going to do, edge, grab an edge, hold control, right click, split. This one we're going to size up, bring it to the top a bit. This top one we're going to size down. It's fine. Right, now grab this edge again, and then we're going to bevel one more time. Bevel. Open up. Make it about 5 segments. And the fraction go to 1. This one's not going to look exactly like the first one I made, but just to give you an idea. Soften the edge. Looks pretty high poly, but low poly. If you want, you can grab this middle vertice and bring it up so that way it blends in better. And then with this bottom one, we're just going to grab this top edge, bevel it. This one will give 3 segments. We'll leave the fraction the way it is. Alright, let's combine them real quick. And go to Modify, Center Pivot, and then hold D and V. And we're just going to set that to the middle pivot, or the middle line. See how it's set right there? Hit Control D, and then it's my X-axis as you can see, so I'm just going to go to here, where it says Scale, and put -1. There, now they're both exactly where they're supposed to be. Now I can get rid of this. And let's just make a copy of this. Delete the knob. Modify Center Pivot. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can hit 180. Just like that. And that's perfect. I have no idea why my computer's lagging. Just grab this. Now we can separate it. Let's grab that and that, and we'll just put Chrome on it. And this one, call this one plastic. Oops. And then to make a loop around, click one, hold shift, double click the next one. And we're just gonna add blend 4, which is red. And then do the same thing on the other side. So we add blend 5, which I made blue. And there you go, you have your sink, all low poly, and ready for use. Right now, let's just add this to our scene. We'll see how close we got. For this one, I did do a little more. I actually went in and let me just do this over again. I got the individual one and I beveled it. That's what I did for that one. And that one got 5 segments stretched. And that's how I got that look. Alright. There you go, there you have it.